welcome in the fast track, on the fast track, at the fast track.
Yes, hi everyone, and welcome to our Zoom room.
Yeah.
And it's like not like like a romper room, but a Zoom room. So yeah, tonight we decided that we were going to do a recommendation of our books that we've read that's helped us in our self growth, and we're going to start all the way back from when we were growing up. And what kind of books did you read, Erna, when you were little,
When
little?
when I was little, I was actually only reading fantasy books, and we had this series about a shepherd dog that was like a police dog, and he would sniff out all the bad guys, and so that
Mm,
was one of my favorites.
okay.
Other favorites of mine were the books that Carl May wrote about Winnetou and Old Shatterhand and stuff like that. Oh, I
Wow.
I devoured them.
Oh, wow. Oh, I have never heard of him. I'll have to check him out. And
Yeah.
so the dog detective, was that Wishbone?
No, Snuff the hond.
Oh my goodness. Interesting. Now you have two dogs, and maybe that's why. So
Well, yeah. Oh,
what happened?
ah, I've got a splinter.
Ouch. You get up on your desk?
Yeah,
Oh, geez. That was not a very nice desk.
that's that's never happened before.
That's not the
Okay.
energy.
No,
You want
no. So what kind of
to-
books did you read when you were little
Well,
or younger?
I read Heidi. I loved Heidi by
Oh
Johanna.
yeah, Heidi.
Yeah. And then Lassie Come Home, an adaptation of Eric Knight's original classic. And you actually, as I researched it, and you actually can get it for $4.33 online at Walmart. And I still have that book in storage. So
Really
yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
also have Holly Hobby?
I didn't have that book. I remember her as a doll, but
Ah, okay. So
uh,
she was called Holly Hobby in America as well.
yeah. Mm.
Ooh.
And then I read Gulliver's Travels, which I loved,
Yeah.
by Jonathan Swift. And for some reason, I can't remember the other authors, but I can remember Gulliver's Travels, Jonathan Swift, stuck in my head because I really loved that book. I
Yeah.
loved it when he was like giant, right? And then the little men they came and they tied him down, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that could keep him, right? And then he totally like springs like back on them, and he just ends up they end up like loving him, and I just love the book. So yeah, and that you can find on Kindle on Amazon for $7.
Oh, that's also not that much.
No. And then, but did you have anything else that you wanted to share with the children's books or
Well,
your favorite
I
authors?
actually I actually started reading the Wheel of Time series of Robert Jordan when
Hmm.
I was in my early 20s, I think.
Mhm.
Um, and then I had a series that by J.V. Jones, um, which caught my attention. There's also like medieval fantasy kind of books.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course, Game of Thrones, George R. R.
Oh,
Martin.
wow. Okay. Um,
So
so
those were my yeah,
did you see
those
the
were the
movie?
books. Oh, yep.
Okay. Because yeah, oh, I love the game. I loved even better. What was the movie? It just was out. They're stopping the series for 2 years. They got to film another section of it. What was it? I can't remember now. But anyway, it's before the Game of Thrones. And
okay, the prequel.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway.
I know what you mean.
Watch
It's
it
on
every
the
Sunday.
tip of my
But I can
tongue.
remember his names, but whatever.
Lord of
So
the Rings. Lord of the Rings. I also, yeah.
cool, awesome. Maybe one of our viewers will know what that movie was and can let me know. Yeah, The Lord of the Rings, the only reason why I watched that was because of that one like character, the main character. And then when it looked like
Aragon.
yes, and when it looked like he was gonna be like snuffed out, I'm like, no, I can't watch this anymore. So I had a wicked crush on him, like, oh, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, and then my favorite author growing up was Bradbury. Ray Bradbury, and then also Mark Twain was a good one of mine, and the author for whom the bells toll was gosh, I can't remember any of the names now, but anyway, those kind of things, and yeah, so it's like pulling teeth. You have to remember all the way back into your childhood.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what do you have for the top 10 list of your on your book list now that has helped you through the last few years?
Well, I still have the fantasy series high on in my top 10.
Mhm.
The especially Wheel of Times and Game of Thrones, but also Outlander. I really, really like that as well. And then for if you if I look at personal development, then
Mhm.
I have The Body Keeps the Score.
Hmm. Who's that by?
Actually, it was written by Bessel van der Kolk, who is actually a Dutch person.
I go say so.
Yeah, and it's
Great name.
really, really nice. Um, then I also love Dr. Joe Dispenza,
Oh yes. Going through
Becoming
it.
Supernatural. This book I got from an intern from my then job,
Mhm.
and he was, well, he was kind of different,
Mhm.
and was really into a bit too much into spirituality and mindset and woo woo. But we connected at some level, and he gave me this book as a parting gift, which I really, really liked.
Mhm.
And then I have a Dutch book. It's actually a workbook to heal your inner child.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
Nice.
why is
Who's that? Is that the same author or a different author?
it's a different author? It's the author is Suzanne Huhn. It
Okay.
actually sounds
Dutch.
German.
No, German. Yes, German. I was gonna say.
Um, then I have The Buddha and the Badass.
Ooh.
The Buddha and the Badass by Vishen Lakhiani.
Oh my goodness.
Um, this one was tough.
I can't read it. I'm sorry. It's
No,
blurry.
uh,
Just from your world through the powers
Power of
on.
Your Mind
Nice. And
by
who's that?
Dr. Jawara D. King.
Nice.
This was actually it was enlightening, but it was also stuff.
It was probably attentive, huh?
Oh, really? And then I have a couple of ebooks. I don't like to read ebooks. I would rather have the physical book in my hand.
Yeah, me too.
But these two, I made an exception, and I still don't know why. The first one is Theta Healing by Vienna Stiebel.
Wow. Huh.
Sorry if I mispronounce it.
Nice try
And
there.
The Biology of Belief by Bruce H. Lipton.
And I have heard of him. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Bruce Lipton is quite famous.
Yeah.
In the personal development world.
Great.
So yeah, those books taught me a lot.
Good. Yeah.
And you? What about you?
Okay, so well, something I've grown up with, and that's the Bible, and I read that every day. And then Think and Grow Rich. I read that every day.
Darn! Yes, I forgot that one because I have it. Somewhere. I was just cleaning up and I put it somewhere and I couldn't find it. So, but yeah,
Yes.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yes. And then where to get that? You can get that online again in any bookstores. And then The Power of Subconsciousness. Have you heard of that one, Erna? By Joseph Murphy?
No, I haven't. Oh.
Yeah, you can get that on Amazon. A lot of the books I don't have because I tell Erna they're in storage. But Switch on Your Brain by Carolyn Leaf. Can find that for just $8.99 on Amazon. And then the Switch on Your Brain, and she has a Switch on Your Brain every day, which I'd like to get. I have a want to list too. That's 365 readings for to pick happiness and thinking like healthy mindset. And that is also available on Amazon for $9.99. And then there's another want to book, What Happened to You? And that's by Oprah and Dr. Bruce D. Perry. And it's available in audio. And it's about conversations on trauma, resilience, and healing.
Okay, so, cool.
Yeah. And then Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yes, you can find that for $14.44 on Amazon. And this is great for those who, like me, have an entrepreneurial mind and Erna, and you want to be like a better version of yourself, and all of the above. So the next one is Limitless by Jim Quick. Another one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I haven't read the book, but I love Jim Quick.
Yeah, I mean, I just recently read his story and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's all about upgrading your brain, learning anything faster, and unlocking your exceptional life. So, and the other one is Leadership by John C. Maxwell. That's a really good one if you want to start to get into business, and it talks all about his leadership and his ministry. And 10, The Shack. That's by William P. Young. The Shack it's a spiritual book, and but it's also to do with it's like a hidden agenda, and it's also to deal with trauma. And so the author didn't even mean to have it published. He was just going to write this story as a gift to his children for Christmas, and somehow it went viral, and I guess one of his children posted it, and it went viral, and it ended up catching the eye of a guy who wanted to publish him, and now it went from a book, from an idea, like
nice
an idea to a book to a movie.
Yeah.
So yes, if you haven't seen The Shack or read the book, oh my gosh, the movie's really good, and I would suggest to read the book first because it's your own imagination, and then once you
Yeah.
see the movie, you're like, oh yeah, and so I do want to put out that any of these books you can find in the library pretty much. So if you're like
Yeah.
me and have like minimal room, you have more books than you have room, that'd probably be a good idea to go to the library and browse the library. And the most important thing to learn from this is to learn, apply, and share, right, Erna?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. And another good one is You Were Born Rich, which I just started today on audiobook.
Oh,
And yeah, it's all about understanding your identity by Bob Proctor. And so there's a whole bunch.
I was just
So
going
if
to say
you,
enough books to read or to listen to. But
yes,
how
no,
do you like audiobooks? Is that good or because
I I love the audio. I love this one on You Were Born Rich because it's his voice and he has such a powerful voice. And
okay.
it helps me like get it in here. It helps me like, yeah, this, like when Bob says something, you listen. And so it draws you in. And so on other ones, I wouldn't probably prefer it, but yeah, especially I don't like Kindle. I don't like to read. It's cold to me, like you saying, hold something in my hand and read off. I'd rather hold a nice fresh book. I can smell the
Yeah.
pages.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
But
true.
You Were Born Rich. I was like, oh, an audio, right? Done. So it's like, yeah, I can just flip right through them. So very nice. And those who can't get out or whatever, great way to read a book. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, and
Cool.
even if yeah, taking care of someone, if you're a caretaker, people love to be read to.
Yeah.
So get
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's
get
true. That is true.
yep. So well, this is fun, and I love it that Erna didn't and I didn't even prepare a list, so we didn't even know what we were going to talk about, and we didn't do a double, so that was cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that is actually cool. Yeah, except
yeah,
the Think and Grow Rich, but I think
right,
that everybody should read that book.
yeah, exactly. There was over 15 million copies sold, so it's going to be a reason why, right?
Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
so, and then tomorrow we're going to be talking about our favorite movies, and I'll have to look up that one movie.
I was just gonna say, okay, now there's so many movies that are my favorite movies. Ah,
Mm, yep.
Lady Hawk. I have watched that movie oh, so many times. So
Wow,
many times.
I've never heard of it. I'll have to try it out. Lady Hawk.
Yeah, it's with Michelle Pfeiffer, Rutger Hauer, and he is a Dutch or was a Dutch actor
Mhm.
who briefly, or maybe not so briefly, set foot in the USA. So he was Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer, Matthew Broderick.
Oh yeah. Okay, he's a good actor. Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
he is a wolf by night, and she is a hawk by day.
Wow, you
They
really go.
they were they were cursed.
Oh dear. Ouch.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. Well, something for everybody, right?
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. So
Cool.
but that's tomorrow.
I was gonna say you usually are on the up positive side, so I was like, there's gotta be a happy ending to this movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
good night, everyone, and see you back tomorrow on the fast track.
On the fast track. Bye bye.